This video is to look into more detail about the advanced search options available within Google Drive. I'm here within my Google Drive, and a lot of the questions I get asked when I'm supporting both colleagues and friends is they've got a lot of files in their Google Drives, and they're not really sure how to track them down. And they spend a lot of time aimlessly clicking into folders, trying to remember where things were stored. So a few things that is worth remembering. Firstly, in the search for Drive section, just like you've got in Gmail, you've got the option to search from and a specific person, and you can also search to a specific person. So that will tell you every person that you've shared a document to or been shared a document from. You'll be able to select by the individual people there. Another thing that you're able to do with that is to use a particular date range. So something's been shared after a specific date, you would be able to search for that. And also, equally, anything that's been shared before a specific date. So you can use that to help you search as well. You can even add the two in, so before the 10th and the 11th, but after the 6th of the So put a date range in there, and it will show you everything that was shared between that period. So you can do that with the date range as well. One of the other things you can do is you can search for a specific document name or things contained within a certain document. So in this case, I'm going to look for training, and it's going to return for me lots of things to do with training, and we can see there's all sorts of things in there. But if I now add to that minus feedback, so I use the hyphen there as a minus sign, it's going to exclude those particular search options. So when we press, we should see that disappears. And there we go. So now it's finding all the results with training in it, but it's excluding all of those with feedback, okay, which is really, really helpful when we're trying to search. We've then also got the advanced options. So within those, clicking on the small arrow here, we can search for any particular file type. So if we know, for example, we are looking for a spreadsheet, we can select that it will only search for spreadsheets. And if we know who the owner is, whether it's yourself, not you, or you specifically know who does it, who does own the document, you can input their email address there to see if you can get it to track it down. And you could just put a couple of fields in there, and it will be able to help you with that. Or you might decide that you want more information, so you might want to find, for example, a text document that maybe has been active in the last 30 days, and it contains the word labels, for example. So you know it's somewhere in the document, but you're not entirely sure. You can use that to help you, and there's nothing within that date range. So maybe we need to look a little bit further back. We'll search again, and now we start to see those documents arriving. Okay. The other option, which we need to think about, is being able to search by location. So at the moment, we can see we've got the option of in the bin and starred. Depending on your particular settings as well, you may also see the option there to search anywhere, because you can potentially search any folder that exists. So within your Google Drive, you've got all of these different options. If you wanted to, you can, for example, look within those specific Drive folders, but within the main area, you've got the option, depending on your domain, to search within specific files, maybe within team drives, share with me as well. But if I chose to search all of my starred files that are presentations, for example, it would be able to return those for me. And equally, if I wanted to look for something that had been shared with a specific email address, I've got that option here as well. So there's lots of power within here that we can select the different type of file, the different type of file type that we're looking for, and then be able to find it. If you're just looking to find something on a really short-term basis, the other things you can do is, if you know you've got a file, and say for example, let's go back to my main drive, that we want to be able to find it really quickly. So it might be, for example, my training feedback file. I want to be able to find that really quickly and easily every time. Here, I can choose to star that, and when I close it, I get the option now. Whenever I go to my starred, it's going to appear there where I can find it really easily. Okay, so it gives it a much easier way of navigating and finding our files within Drive. That really helps.